Did you know most people forget 80% of new words within 2 weeks of learning them?
Wow, that's actually shocking. I had no idea the number was that high.
Right? So the other day, I was chatting with a friend about this exact problem.
What did he say?
He told me, Jennifer, I keep learning new words, but I just can't remember them.
That's so relatable. I bet a lot of listeners feel the same way.
Exactly. If he's struggling, then many of you probably are too.
It's definitely a common challenge people face with English learning.
And that's why we're here today, to help you overcome it.
So, if you've been frustrated with forgetting words, this episode is definitely for you.
Hit that like button and share this with your friends too.
Spread the word. Make learning fun for everyone.
Daniel, when you were learning English, was there a word you just couldn't remember?
Oh, absolutely. I struggled with inevitable for the longest time.
Really? What do you mean? I knew it meant something certain to happen, but my brain would just go blank.
I completely understand that frustration. It's like your mind shuts down mid-conversation.
Exactly. But the good news is there are proven strategies to fix this.
And that's what we're diving into today. How to make words stick permanently.
So stick around because we've got some amazing tips coming your way.
Don't forget, we have a free PDF with all today's tips in the description.
Download it and follow along as we go through everything.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about our first tip, learning words in context.
Oh, I'm a big believer in this. Words stick better when you see them in action.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's like cooking. Reading a recipe is one thing, but watching someone make the dish?
That makes so much more sense, right?
Exactly. Same with words. See them in a sentence, a movie, or a conversation.
And suddenly, they're not just definitions anymore.
They're real. They have meaning and context attached to them. I remember learning serene from a book describing a peaceful lake.
And now, when you hear that word?
I instantly picture that calm scene. The word just stays with me.
That's the power of connecting words to stories and visuals.
It gives the word a home in your memory, basically.
Right. That's why reading books and watching English movies is so powerful.
You're seeing words used naturally, not just memorized from a list.
Now, here's something crucial for long-term retention, revisiting those words.
What do you mean, revisiting?
You can't learn a word once and expect it to stay forever.
So you have to come back to it multiple times?
Yes, and each time you review it, it sticks a little stronger.
Have you heard of spaced repetition?
Oh, yes, it's incredibly effective. You review at increasing intervals.
Like how? Can you give me an example? Sure. Learn a word, then review it after 1 day, 3 days, a week.
So you're reminding your brain right before it forgets.
Exactly. That timing is what makes the memory stick permanently.
Are there tools that can help with this?
Absolutely. Apps like Anki and Quizlet do this automatically for you.
They remind you when to review without you having to track it?
Precisely. I use them all the time, and they've transformed my vocabulary.
That's like having a personal language coach in your pocket.
It really is. Over time, you won't even need the reminders anymore.
The words just become automatic. Now, let's talk about making words personal.
Oh, this is one of my favorite strategies, actually.
Tell me more.
When I learned adventurous, I connected it to my first solo trip.
So now the word isn't just abstract?
Right. It's tied to an actual memory and feeling from my life. That makes complete sense. I do the same with nostalgic.
How so?
I link it to looking through old photo albums with my family.
See? Now it's not just a definition, it's an emotion.
Exactly. And emotions help our brains remember things much better.
What if you can't make a personal connection right away?
Great question. You can create a funny or weird mental image instead.
The crazier the better, right?
Yes. I once learned gregarious by imagining a guy named Greg throwing a huge party.
That's brilliant. Greg plus gregarious locked together forever.
Exactly. Our brains love stories and images, especially weird ones.
Absolutely. Now here's something really important. Actually using those new words.
What do you mean?
If you learn a word and never use it, it will fade away completely.
So you have to actively practice using it in conversation? Yes. Write it in a journal, slip it into conversations, say it out loud.
How often would you recommend using a new word?
I try to use a new word every single day for at least a week.
That builds the muscle memory?
Exactly. The more you use it, the more natural it feels.
I've been doing that too. It really works.
Another powerful technique is using memory tricks and mnemonics.
Oh, I love those. Can you give us an example?
For ubiquitous, which means everywhere, I think ubiquitous sounds like it's everywhere,
That's a great way to connect the sound to the meaning.
right? Silly tricks like that stick with you forever.
I use one for taciturn, which means quiet.
What is it?
I imagine a turtle that's too shy to talk.
Taciturn. Turtle. Perfect association. See? Our brains are weird, but they love these connections.
They absolutely do. Another thing that helps is learning word families.
What do you mean by word families?
If you learn help, you can easily pick up helpful, helpless, and helper.
So you're getting multiple words for the effort of one?
Exactly. You recognize the patterns, and suddenly related words become obvious.
That's such an efficient way to build vocabulary.
It really is. And here's my last big tip. Learn through your interests.
How does that work?
Love sports? Watch sports videos in English. Into cooking? Read recipes.
So you're learning vocabulary naturally through what you already enjoy?
Yes. Learning doesn't feel like studying anymore. It feels like fun.
I do that with travel shows. I pick up travel words without even trying.
See? That's the best way. You're learning while having a great time.
And finally, repetition is absolutely key. You can't hear a word once and expect it to stick.
So, making it a daily habit is essential?
Yes, even just a few minutes each day keeps words fresh in your mind.
Consistency over intensity, basically.
Exactly. Small daily practice beats cramming any day.
So, that's everything we've covered today. Any final thoughts?
Just remember, these strategies work. You have to pick one and stick with it.
Grab our free PDF in the description and start practicing today.
Your English is going to level up so fast. We'll see you next time.